So good. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, y'all? We on live today, and I'm happy to be here. Welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, and if just getting queued up over here. I'm happy about that.
What's going on, people?
Yeah. Getting queued up about this. All right. Give us a second.
Let the man work his magic. Let the man work his magic.
Says it's like what?
Doing the manifested thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Going live everywhere.
We going live. we going live. All right, y'all. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Donald Francis, and welcome to Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're helping people put their thoughts in perspective. Guess what? Tonight is my first live night, and I interviewed my boy, Professor FX, who's in the building, who happened to be an entrepreneur, who happened to be an artist. He is a producer. He's a writer. You know, he is a creator. He's all of that. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, I just want to turn my monitor down real quick because...
Okay. Now, do your thing. Let's get it right.
Glad to see you here, man. I'm happy to see you. You know what I'm saying? Happy that you're on my platform. It's been a long time coming, bro.
Now, seriously, yeah, we talked about this for a while. Doing it, you know, but it happened at the right time.
At the right time. Yeah. Nothing happened by coincidence.
Definitely.
Everything. So let's just get right into it because, you know, we got a couple of things that we got to take care of even today and right now, you know, and you good with your mind? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think you're pretty good. I mean, let me tell you something, bro. First of all, let me
just
say, you got your Barry White on right now, bro. So I got to let you know what I'm saying. So, you know, let's talk about first Professor himself, right? Mm-hmm. So, what was your second grade, third grade teacher like? What was it like for you, even growing up? You know, and where are you from? Matter of fact, where were you born? How about that?
Well, I'm originally from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Shout out to St. Vincent. Word.
You know what I'm saying? Vinci Massive.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, man. So have you been born and raised there? Or
Well, my parents been here. Mm-hmm. You know, I was born there, but, you know, they kept me there for a while.
Right.
I've been coming back and forth since I was 3 years old.
All right, okay.
So I went to school a little bit over here. I went to school over there a little bit. You know
That's
what's
up, man. That's what's up. So you're sort of born and raised both places, you know, and, you know, you got the St. Vinci going on and you got the New York sort of flavor going on and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we do know that you have been a man of many talents. So let me ask you a question. Have you always been in the entertainment, you know, world? Have you always wanted to be in that? Or what was your circle like growing up?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've always, you know, grew up, you know, watching Michael Jackson, Boys to Men, you know, my older cousins and watching the stuff they were listening to or whatever. Yeah. And, you know, taking my dad's CDs and records, you know, in the living room and just putting them on the record player. And, you know, Bob Marley, you know, reggae music really was my first passion, you know what I'm saying? And then I got into hip hop, living in the Bronx and all that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, fell in love with that whole hip hop, you know, thing or whatever. Right. Being from the Bronx made me even more proud. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
To be a part of that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And I'm gonna tell you, so you know, so now, you know, growing up between St. Vinci and New York, what was it like sort of growing up between the two? What was the difference? You know, how different is it?
It's not that different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is a third world country. Mm-hmm. But, you know, all the stuff they have down over here on TV, it's basically the same thing. They watch Cinemax, Showtime, HBO. They get the big fights on Saturday too.
Yes, sir.
You know, well, back then, you know, it was one channel, but every day they would have a different, you know, HBO or this and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
And then the TV would be off until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, you see those the rainbow lines or whatever across the TV. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
And you know, 3 o'clock would come in. You know, all the kids come home from school. The cartoons are on.
Right.
And then they get 5, 6 o'clock or whatever. You get the news. You know, stuff like that. Right. But basically, you know, they get all the news we get over here. CNN goes on the TV, so they know what's going on in New York, Los Angeles, Florida, you know,
true.
All these places or whatever. So they in tune, you know, with American culture. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
but as far as like the way of life or whatever, it is. I mean, now it's more pretty much the same.
Right,
you know,
right.
they've got internet and cable TV
course.
and this and whatnot. Still a third world country.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But
They're normal people. In other words, it's not just
But it's just different in the sense of island life.
Got you,
You know what I'm saying?
got you,
It's just
Island life is beautiful life, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's I love New York and stuff, but I know it's just a whole. To me, it's a different, like just camaraderie. It's
yeah.
just, it's
you know,
beautiful.
Saturdays, me and my grandmother, you know, she would come back from market and we would, you know, go to the beach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'd spend the rest of the afternoon in the beach. You know what I'm saying? And we'd go down to town. We'd probably shop, get some ice cream or something, you know? But that was me and grandma's vibe.
That's what's
you know
up,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Shout out to
Yeah.
grandma. Yeah,
Yeah.
man, you know. And so, obviously, for me, me obviously being an American, so to speak, I love oxtails.
Yeah.
I love my curry goats and you know what I'm saying, curry chicken and stuff like that. What were some of your favorite foods?
Curry goat.
There we go. Okay,
Curry goat. Curry goat. Curry goat.
right. Any favorite desserts, by the way?
I like sweet and tangy kind of flavors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No freaky.
Okay.
But but I like tamarind.
Got you.
I guess my mom said she ate those a lot when she was pregnant with me.
Right, right,
So
right.
Wow,
that's cool.
I like tamarind.
I hear you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? And so now, getting right into it. So what inspired you to? Now, have you become an artist first, or were you like the producer first? Because we do know that you're both. So
I was an artist first.
okay,
Artist,
all right,
definitely,
okay.
definitely.
And what inspired you to become like an artist? Who were some of your inspirations?
Kanye,
Okay,
Biggie,
okay,
for sure. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Biggie, Tribe Called Quest,
artists.
Nas. You know, I was listening to the actual Nas tapes. You know what I'm saying?
right.
When they had tapes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Walking around with a cassette player, you know what I'm
Bars.
saying?
Shout out to all of y'all who understand what cassette players are and VHS tapes are, and yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like 5th grade. Me and my boy Rich, we used to do like the little talent shows or whatever.
Right.
So he had all the hip hop tapes, you know. So I could only play it in my cassette player because my mom, I don't want that music, in my house. And so that's how I used to listen to my joints. So he would give me the Nas and the AZ tapes, and I'm saying the Tupac and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I'd be listening and writing my little joints in the living room or whatever.
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And all that, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Wow, that's awesome. And so, and so now you're listening to, and so at what age and stage did you get like real serious about it? So where you're like, I want to make songs, I want to make albums, I want to,
This was like after the military.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Like-
you've been in the military. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha,
yeah. After the military. At first, it was just like, being on the block, rapping, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, doing
Yeah.
little freestyles or whatever, or, sing Jane,
Yeah.
And that's the way it started. So I never really thought to like, I was going to do this as a career, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I got into the military, I met up with my boy Marcusio. Shout out to Mac, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was Italian dude
Aye.
in the military. It was me, him, Sinclair, and him. And we were gonna put together. He was just like the white boy, the business face or
Right,
whatever.
right,
He
right.
couldn't rap or sing anything like that, but he just loved the music so much.
Facts.
And we was we met up in boot camp, and we would be like in the back of the bunks and all that, knocking on the beds. Like boot camp is kind of like jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I heard.
So we in the back over there, and we knocking on the bunks, and we be doing our little freestyles,
Yeah.
and all that or whatever. So he was like, we're gonna make this record label called Three Kings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This was like early 2000s, 2001 or something like that.
Right.
And so we got out of boot camp. We got to our post, and we started like buying. We were going to studios first.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to studios, and we were paying like $60 an hour, $50 an hour, whatever. And it was like, dude, we should like start doing this ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we didn't know what the hell equipment to get. You know what I'm saying? So we went to the mall in Virginia, and we bought a karaoke machine.
Aight. That's where it started.
Yeah, and we bought some instrumental CDs or whatever, and like a little cross changer turntable kind of thing.
Right.
So we popped the CD in or whatever. So you would have to record, you know what I'm saying, pop the cassette and pop the CD in and you record, but it's like one take, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
right.
it's no cut and paste and nothing like that or whatever. So,
Right.
dude, we was like in Virginia, I had like this little apartment off our Little Creek Road. And you know what I'm saying? We was, you know, in my bedroom, just like freestyling, like a whole bunch of dudes in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, circled around this karaoke machine.
Facts.
It was some good times, man.
That's good, yo. That's dope.
But you know, we made some tracks or whatever.
Okay.
Some I can't even probably find anymore. Hopefully he has them.
Right.
You know. And then we got out, and you know, we kept in touch for a while. But you know, people moved around, got married, had kids. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Facts.
And the whole thing just kind of. But I kept on with it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I was looking at, you know, I'm over the producer's shoulder, the engineer's shoulder, and I'm looking at him work, and I'm like, I understand this. I could do this. You know what I'm saying? So I figure out what I needed to buy, and you know, bought an interface, bought a mic, and well, actually, it was my boy. I was going to school. My boy in Catherine Gibbs, he gave me the Reason software. Yeah, so I installed that and then took it home, and then just like, you know, sleepless nights, making a lot of like, you know, crap bull, you know what I'm saying? Making a lot of crap or whatever, and just so excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing was synchronized or quantized or nothing. I was just like sticking my headphones in people's ear every day, like listen to this, bro. And you know, they're like, okay.
Here he comes again.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So now, obviously, you know, you get your feet wet and stuff like that. And are you in St. Vincent at this time, or are you in New York?
I'm in New York.
All right, you're in New York, and so now you know you get your feet wet and everything. Now you decide. Now I'm gonna just double down and really get serious about this and go get my artistry up. And so, what was your first break? You know, because I remember the time that I played music. You know, I played piano for about 20 years, and I used to be a part of a group. I don't know what we would think when we called it PCP, because that's a drug, but it stands for post clean. It stands for post clean and props. You know, and shout out to my boy John, shout out to my boy Dave, and they gassed me up. They're like, yo, D, you know, you do the bass line. I was just starting to learn how to play keys and stuff like that. It's like, yo, do the bass line. They called me Teddy Riley and stuff like that. I was gassed up. But, you know, we knew that we started to get really, really serious when someone invested in us. And going to the studio. Now, I'm a 70s baby, you know? So back then, going to the studio is not like now where the studio is your phone.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
But going to the studio was like, it was great because we had imagination. You know, that's where we go. We're like, we put 2 or 3 tracks down at the bass line. I'm like, yo, this is cool. We had a dude named Naru or Jai Naru. He was our engineer. Everybody was cool. We just chilling, you know, going in. And so we left the place, and the only thing we could do is imagine how it's going to be when we come back to the place, you know, as opposed to being in your living room and you get famous and, you know, it's almost as though you work for nothing. But at least we knew that at that particular time, we knew we're going to make this serious. What was that time for you? What was that pivotal moment? What was that time?
I mean, I guess they were like a few moments.
Okay.
Like, you know, me and my best friend, we used to go to the clubs, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, some of his homeboys used to throw parties too or whatever. So I did like some performances or whatever, and I got a pretty good reaction, you know?
That's what's up.
And then like I opened up for like, you know, some artists at the time, Sprague Benz. I don't know if you ever seen Shatters?
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
Wayne in the
Wayne,
movie.
of course, yeah. I know about
I
them.
opened up for him.
Wow, that's what's up. What was that like? Wow.
It was crazy. I was it was surreal, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We was in New Rochelle.
Okay.
We was in the club. It's like a small club. It was like a big venue or nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's probably maybe 200 people in there.
Right.
And, you know, he was there premiering, and, you know, they were letting like other artists go on. So, you know, I'm going up, and he's, you know, we're in the party, and he's like right next to me, like probably like maybe 5 feet away.
Wow.
You know, and so he's in the corner with his people, you know, rolling up and, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, my chest is beating. You know, I'm nervous as hell.
Right, of course.
But I don't know. I just do this thing where it's like, I take a deep breath, and I'm like,
go for it. Let it out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And
what was the outcome about that, bro?
I went up and I did my little routine, and I got a pretty good reception.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I can't really say I've had like a bad performance.
Yeah.
And if I did, I probably blocked it out.
And I'm gonna tell you, that's a good segue because a lot of times people don't know how to erase some of whatever it is that might have been a mistake in their life, or where they felt they might have fumbled, or dropped the ball, or whatever the case may be. So that's what's up. And so now, you're making songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Take me into now where you decided to want to be this producer on top of, because of course, I know.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I was going around the studios and I saw what the engineers were doing, so I bought my own equipment.
Right.
Got the software for my boy.
Okay.
Many sleepless nights, toiling, trying to figure out what it is, and piece by piece,
Right.
I learned how to quantize, how to use different instruments in the software until one day I came up with something,
Right.
and then it's like, okay, cool, and then I started recording on it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it came from there, and other people heard some of the stuff I made from the neighborhood or whatever,
Okay.
and they were like, "Yo, dude," and again, we were back in the the little shed, in my mom's basement, what I'm saying, like 15 dudes, making music, and then
That's what's up, man. So now obviously, you've not only transcend from an artist and into this producer, but at the same time now, what was it like for you to say? What allowed for you to decide I want to go get an artist? Or was it something that just happened to happen where in the process? How'd that take us into that?
Well, Shake, shout out to Shake.
Shout out to Shake, my guy.
You know what I'm saying? Shake Roulette.
Yeah, Shake.
I was rolling with him for a while.
Okay.
We got
childhood friends.
Yeah, we got introduced by a friend of a friend from the neighborhood. And one day he hit me up and he like, dude, we're going down to the studio, Coke Boy Studio, I'm like, all right. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we went down there and, we met up with Onassis. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope rapper from the Bronx. He used to battle rap and all that. Check him out.
Got you.
And they had a little thing going called Sneaker Money.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so Shake knew him from
Right.
and and we got together. So I was a part of Sneaker Money for a while.
Right.
But also I met Mi. He's one of the greatest engineers. Impressed me. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
From day one. And I was like, dude, I got to learn from this guy. So I was like, I approached him and I was like, dude, I will be
your intern.
I'll be your intern. I'll go on,
right.
Milk, store runs.
I'll go buy the coffee and
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just let me sit here and chill with you and learn from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, cool. So we started doing that, and I was showing up every night.
Yeah.
If not Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and I was like, I would split it up.
Yeah.
And we just did studio sessions after studio sessions, meeting different artists from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Harlem, because he has a pretty good repertoire,
For sure.
And that night was epic, Sneaker Money had a good thing. There was a whole movie,
you know
what I'm saying, in the studio or whatever.
Yeah.
And I started learning from Mi, and then one night, Got Gang came to the studio. And they were there, the Madam, V, J Bucks,
J Bucks, wow,
yeah, all these guys, and they had a little song, so I'm in the background, and I'm doing my little Jamaican thing,
Yeah.
So they're rapping, and I'm feeling the beat. So then I'm to myself when the dogs touch the road, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. So,
go get them.
Yes.
Get this one.
So they, they threw me in the boot. I recorded that, and we recorded it. And then I think 2 weeks later, they called me to open up for Ron Browse in Harlem.
Oh, wow.
So we pulled up.
That's crazy.
We did the thing. It's
crazy.
And then I started going to the studio. They started calling me to, come to the studio whenever they were going.
Wow.
And the whole thing took off.
Wow.
V started, Got Gang Records. We had merch going on, you know what I'm saying? We were the YouTube channel blew up. It's 21,000, 22,000 subscribers or something like that. And we really had momentum going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And long story to it, I was like,
right.
I was working before that at the car dealerships and all that, whatever.
Right.
And then something happened where I was like, I had some money
Yeah.
and I had like free time. I was like working, but my job was like I could slip away. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. One of those loose.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And
some
then I
free range.
still be in the studio at nights and stuff like that or whatever.
Right.
And we just started making music.
Right.
And I forgot, I lost my train of thought.
No, it's so good. So you did good, man. And then on top of that, so you and your artist, y'all just sort of came up together, and this is how you became his producer. Is that what it is? Being that young.
Yeah, his assistant engineer.
Got you. And before you know it, y'all just sort of just shot from there. Because I noticed you did a video. And I mean, yo, bro, you're not only a producer, an artist, but you're a videographer at the same time too. You're doing videos, you're doing all that. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I seen your work, what I'm saying? And I'm like, he's doing massive things. I'm still learning, you know what I'm saying? But you're doing massive things.
Thank you.
But now let me ask you a question. What was like, now among all of the good success that you do have, and I always oftentimes say that, success is not you making it to the top. Success is your journey, What was one of the downfalls, in your life that will allow for you to have to sort of pick back up, and to get to where you want to get back on track? And then what kind of mindset did you have to develop, if there was anything that you considered to be a failure, that set you up for success?
Well, in dedicating myself to the music.
Right. First of all, what was the downfall? What was that, moment where you like that?
Really like being homeless,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that, man.
I mean, it wasn't like that crazy, but it was just like, still like, I never thought in, like a million years I would be in that type of situation.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Was it like, if you don't mind, was it like bills and something where you just couldn't, maintain it? And you was like, oh, maybe it was like,
well, I had some money,
okay.
And I was,
you don't have to go deep into, I'm not gonna, I don't want you feeling uncomfortable.
I mean,
and stuff.
okay, I'm okay.
All right, okay, cool.
And, I ran through it,
Like
but it was like, I managed it for like a couple months, you know what I'm saying? So I figured like I was going to get another job in time or whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I got jobs, but it was like nothing substantial, you know what I mean? It was just like some little part-time, thing or whatever. So it ran out or whatever. And then, I was like staying with a friend for a while, and then they were like, ain't
nothing coming in. So
you know what I'm saying?
Go out.
And I couldn't call my mom, you know what I'm saying?
Right. She's in Jamaica.
Yeah,
at the time.
so I just, dragged my bags and I went down to the 30th Street, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
The shelter, and then it's like, I was in there that night, you know what I'm saying? And then, you wait for hours, and they do your paperwork and all that craziness, dudes coming up in there, they smelling crazy.
Exactly. Just because you're
You know.
homeless don't mean you're without, so to speak. Or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to,
I mean, not everybody. I'm not.
Not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm not trying to
Because a lot of
stigmatize.
times people think that's what homeless people are, but you could look swagged out and still be
Yeah,
homeless.
no, you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? They got
Yeah.
white dudes up in there rocking suits every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow, yeah.
Wow,
but it was waiting for beds and stuff.
So I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? So they had me like in the veteran section.
Right.
So it's me
That's right.
and two of my other boys, and it was like us in like the room or whatever. Because I guess they keep us separate or whatever.
Right.
And we were just rocking together, and he helped me motivate me too. My boy Chuck, you know what I'm saying? He helped motivate me too, because he was like, we're getting up every morning, saying figuring out what we had to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And move around and all that. And going to this office today, you know what I'm saying? The next office the next day, bringing the paperwork back in, keeping copies for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And until we had to go get a voucher too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I feel
And
you, bro.
dude, the first morning I woke up, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like winter. It was like 20 degrees outside. And I got there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And dude, there was like 100 people on the line already. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Yeah. And I got there at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you was not waiting.
I got there at 2 o'clock, so I was like number 5 on the line. You know what I'm saying? Like number 3, like number 3 or number 5 or whatever. And I stayed there in 20 degrees, and we started working together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll hold my spot. I'm gonna go in the laundromat, warm up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You know,
Wow, man. But see, that's, and again, of course, we're called Manifested Thoughts Podcast, where we're basically dealing with thoughts, more or less, just manifesting something that you want. You feel what I'm saying? And see, at that time, there was a particular need that was needed. You got what I'm saying? It's to where you're like, look, I got to get me this job so I can get to and from.
Yeah.
And then now, I'm grateful that we can always have people who are sent our way to be able to, keep us afloat in our mind as to what we think we're going to, and again, you got elements that you're working against. It's not just your mind. It's not just the condition about what you're standing in, but also the elements of outside, the weather, you 5-degree weather and this and the other, and then two, nothing's really guaranteed in life, but except you have this in your mind, to be like,
it's
no,
you. Everything that happens to you is based on you, because bad things gonna happen, bad days are coming, but life is a series of perils and sadnesses and this and whatnot, and there are good times in between, but as you get older, you should learn how to manage them,
Absolutely.
You ever seen that old dude where it's like something happened and like all the young people are like, oh my God, we got to do this, we got to do that or whatever. He just comes in and cleans the whole situation up. He's like, hold up, child, go send auntie, take care of this or whatever. You come with me. You, all right, we're going to handle this or whatever. Like cool, calm, collective, you know what I'm saying? And that comes with experience, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's amazing, bro. That's powerful. That's big, It's a lot of times people can tell stories and their story. And not everybody could be able to grasp it, because it's a story that's told and we know the end result because you're sitting here. And not anybody really know exactly how intense those moments can be.
Seriously.
I know about it.
I was stressed out, man.
Yo, I was
stressed out, bro.
And then your mindset was the thing that got you through. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
talk to me.
I mean, I don't know. I always talk to myself. And I'm like,
you know what they say when you talk to yourself? You within good company.
Yeah, I talk to myself and I'm like, I can't go out like this.
Right.
I'm not gonna fail.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And then even now, I passed that. Like, I'm not going back there.
Exactly.
I'm not going back there. You know what I'm saying? Let me do everything I need to do to keep myself not even just surviving, but thriving. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like a wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to be here again.
I ain't coming back here no more.
Word,
I promise you'll never see me ever again. Now I understand that.
Yeah. And I mean, I talk to my son too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like now I guess he's new to all the stresses in life and this and whatnot, so he doesn't know how to manage them yet. I'm like, but he wants all these things, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you got to get upset.
Yeah.
You got to get fed up.
Exactly.
Because when you're at rock bottom, two things happen, you know what I'm saying? It's like either you give up or you're like, to hell with this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me get up. I don't care how much sleep I lose or whatever. Until I'm comfortable, I'm going to be uncomfortable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to get fed up and push through. And we got to fight back.
Yeah, that's powerful, bro. That's big. We have kids and, and again, my wife and I, we oftentimes talk about, listen, you're going to face the real world. Like my son is, in the
It's
process.
coming.
It's coming. You're going to face the real world.
Expect it.
Expect it to happen because it's going to happen, And we rather give it to you hard because the world will if we don't.
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? We make sure that you know exactly how to maintain a bank account, how to save money, how to manage your money, because I'm going to tell you, if you save your money will save you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I used to work at a car dealership. Yeah. So one of my bosses, I was kind of slacking off. I wasn't selling as many cars as I used to. But he saw the potential in me. You know what I'm saying? I was a good salesman, so he wanted to motivate me. So he was like, what are you going through? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, okay, well, you need to get motivated and go out there and make this money. There isn't most of the problems that you're gonna have in life can be solved with a pocket full of money.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying? Most.
Say that. Most.
Not all.
Most. Right.
Most. And I always remember that. I always remember those. Like certain people that say certain things to me in life, it sticks.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather told me, learn from the other guy's mistakes.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
His grandpa was right. He was right. And it's so funny because you triggered some stuff also that I have been thinking about. And that is a lot of time I used to go to work with the wrong intention. And me growing up in Reddick Projects, we were always based upon the need. There have been times where me and my mom, we were in the house and we only had like a can of beans and maybe some rice, and we had the hot dogs, and she made that work. And I'm gonna tell you, we used to call it the poor man's meal, and I still eat the poor man's meal today, because sometimes it's just good to come in clutch, not that we're poor.
It's embedded in your memory.
It's embedded in the memory, and that flavor was just so good. You've never really had some good food until you've been hungry.
Yeah.
That's
how you appreciate.
That's
food.
how you appreciate the food.
When you just eating what do you call it? Corned beef.
The corned beef. Absolutely.
I know a lot of people give praises to ramen and all that or whatever.
Ramen's good. My son, he loves ramen.
It's too salty for me, man.
It's too salty, bro.
Salty,
you gotta have to have a balance out, and each time it came up salty, no matter which way.
Bro.
But what I wanted to say also, bro, was that I remember, just having those particular days, and I would go to work, with the wrong thing, on my mind in order for me to. And I've learned now, and I also teach my son and my family, and hopefully we could also help somebody out, in our community, which is, never bring your need to work, but learn how to upgrade your skill, and you'll never need ever again.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's the truth.
And so I've learned that this is how wealthy people do it. It's how rich people do it. They're not coming to work saying, I need this and I got to get this, got to pay bill, got to pay this. No. How can I become an asset and value, in my company, for me to be able to earn what it is that I need, and what I want. The person, Sean Cannell, shout out to my homeboy Sean Cannell, who is someone who's Think Media founder, brilliant guy, I believe, and he oftentimes talk about how, what would he say? I just lost my train of thought about what he talked about, and it was concerning work. He said,
that you don't bring your need to work.
Yeah. But you know what he said also? He says the content creator who understand its viewers most win.
Yeah. You have to, any audience, any craft, you have to know your audience.
The artists who understand,
Dave Chappelle knows that,
right.
His audience likes when he talks about social events that are happening right in America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He puts a different perspective on it. You know what I'm saying?
He put his own spin for sure.
But he turns it into comedy or whatever. But he's talking about real life stuff that America is going through right now. You know what I'm saying? This country's social issues. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he, and again, he's solving a problem. Your music that you do, it solves a problem. You producing someone, it solves a problem because you're making someone feel. I was listening to, and I thought that I would play it tonight, but we're gonna play it when we go in post because it's just feel good music. You solve a problem. As to where, like, look, if I was feeling down, I play your song, I'm good. I'm putting on Professor stuff. That's it. Look, I'm not feeling like up to par. I got to go to work, got to say hello to people, but I don't feel. You know what? Let me play Professor. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, now, because you're solving problems.
Yeah. And I get that myself from a lot of other artists too. A lot of other artists. Some artists talk about the things that I can relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's a great thing. So again, anybody who understands his audience best, they win.
That's a fact.
And that's what it is when we go, to our individual jobs and our workplaces. The person who understand, their colleagues or the clients best will win. Forget, I'm here just because of a bill. First of all, I know
corporations spend. A whole boardroom of think tank, hire people to do think tanks. They go to work every day from 9 to 5, 6, 7, 8 or whatever, just to figure out how to sell you something.
Yeah.
What colors to use.
Yeah.
The way the person in the commercial's voice sounds.
Absolutely.
The music behind the voice.
Absolutely.
How long the clip is.
Absolutely.
What the clip is about.
Absolutely.
Where the freaking the beer can is and how the suds come open or whatever. They know how to use media to stimulate your senses.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And they pay people behind the scenes to just come up with these ideas. It was so funny because shout out to Mr. Peter Voog and also this other guy. His name is Chris, but he's a Asian ingenious dude, man.
Okay.
And he's a designer, but bro, he knows his stuff. Shout out to you, Chris, if you could ever hear this.
Yeah.
But he was also saying how what can I do? What have I done today better? Right? What have I done good today, and how can I do that better tomorrow? You feel what I'm saying? And they were saying that what would you pay anybody in your life to make what you do effective. So like you're this, not just entrepreneur, but you're also this artist. You make music, you make videos, you do all this good stuff. But you always want to get at it when you're motivated, right? Yeah. But then you know how it is. Heck, I wish I could do it today, but I gotta be domestic today. Oh my God, I gotta do laundry today. I gotta cook the kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's been my problem lately.
But again, so that would be something, you would pay someone to do to make your journey that much more effective so that you can stay at this. After this, we gotta break this stuff down, bro. You gotta break your GoPro, all this stuff down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta travel. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So all this stuff again, but if we could do about a good 6-7 of these, that's 6-7 weeks worth of content. But I don't have to worry about.
But you need people that's gonna believe in you. I mean,
you
it's a symbiotic relationship.
It is.
You got to take care of them.
Absolutely. They take care of you.
And there's a certain level of trust involved in that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And good help is hard to find.
Yeah, man. Listen, shout out to my kids. Shout out to
but it's not impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to my to all of the people who got people who are partner with them to be able to even my wife, she's someone who she support.
Yeah.
When I had to do so, at one time, and
that's how.
But at one time when I first started this whole thing, it was without getting understanding. There was no understanding there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute, you at this YouTube thing, you editing again
because they didn't see the vision.
Exactly.
That you saw.
It's like, you doing this? I'm like, no, but I have to learn how to do this so that I won't have to pay anybody hundreds of dollars to do what it is that I know.
That's why I learned engineering and videography.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing out of Final Cut Pro and me DaVinci Resolve, and it's all basically the same thing. And it's just that DaVinci was more or less a color grade software.
Yeah.
But to know that we're able to do this stuff, we got to edit this clip after we finish. Again, you don't have to pay people, but there's some things we want to pay people for, so that we can edit, so that we can, and you need, like you said, the support in order for it to be done.
Yeah.
Yo, Professor, man. Okay, so sorry.
Oh no, well, I mean, people, in a way, sometimes you have to do it yourself first.
Right. Oh, okay.
Oh,
lost one light.
just
That's
lost
so
light.
good. Yeah, it's so good.
Sometimes you have to do it yourself first before people can start believing.
Right.
If you build it, they'll come.
Shout out to my boy Hamed, who said the same thing to me. If we build it, they'll come.
I mean, that saying goes through.
Absolutely.
If you're making art or building a business or whatever you do, and you're proficient, efficient,
right,
and all
consistent, predictable,
consistent, all these things,
all that. And always remember,
people are watching you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And the ones who eventually see the vision or whatever, trust me, they will align themselves with you.
They'll align.
Yeah.
And listen, like we said, predictability comes with crisis. You feel me?
True.
You're going to have to be predictable as to where you're always, you don't want to go to you go to Burger King, right? You know how the burger's going to taste, but you never ever want to go to Burger King and it tastes like something else.
Yeah.
The reason why you keep coming is because it's consistent, Yeah,
integrity.
Yeah, it's you want to be, you want to be consistent, you want to be predictable, what you have to second guess the kind of burger you're going to get or whatever your favorite place is, Again, that's the reason why you keep, absolutely.
I know I don't want to keep saying these sayings or whatever.
No, but it's true. Integrity is important.
Integrity, it takes a lifetime to build.
Yeah.
And one second to destroy it.
Absolutely, 1 second will destroy. And think off a rebound too. You feel what I'm saying? Because look, if you can rebound in a specific way, then do so. That's why they're still in business. That's why McDonald's still in business.
Exactly.
And one of the things that I do learn is that McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and all of they're not really selling food product. They're really selling convenience.
Yeah.
As long as that's why people go, because it's a fast and go. It's convenient,
You go grab a double Whopper.
There you go. It's convenient.
In 5 minutes.
Come on, Subway. All of these fast food. That's why they call it fast food. It's convenient,
exactly.
But if you can give us convenience and quality, which is what you do, is the reason why people will continue to not only come, you know, but they'll continue to look at this over and listen over and over and over, because they'll look at your video over and over because it's quality, but yet it's convenient, you know. They'll listen to your song, it's quality, and I can get a quick fix and a quick pick me up if I just press play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yo, Professor,
Or
man,
feel something.
Or feel something.
Yeah.
So listen, there are people that are in your shoes or want to be in the same road, you know, and go down the same avenue that you're going down. What would you say to that individual today?
Throw yourself in it. You know, start small. Put yourself around the people who are involved in the industry you want to be involved in.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, be in the places they're at, learn from them, talk to them.
Yes.
You know, pick their mind, build a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, do your own research. You know, figure out, you know, if it's a craft that you're doing or whatever, what are the tools you need?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And start. And, you know, if you consider it to be not as good as, you know, said artists or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just start.
Yeah.
Create something. Develop. Use the consistency, and you'll develop into who you want to be, because that's specialized to you. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, what do you bring it to? What's your value? What do you bring it to the table? What's your moniker, your gimmick, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and become the artist that you want to be.
Absolutely. Reasons come first, results come second. You know,
Definitely.
and that as long as your reasons are in perspective, you'll get the results that you're looking for with some patience. And yo, let me tell you, I want to say thank you before I lose another light.
All right, copy.
You know, I really want to say thank you, because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Not only have you brought artistry, not only have you brought, you know, resource, but you have become resourceful to us on this platform. You know,
Thank you.
And I appreciate, you know, being vulnerable to us today. At the same time, too, sharing with us some of your low points. You know, but now your high points. And tell us real quick, where could people find you, man? Because
you can find me on YouTube, Professor FX.
Right.
That's PROFESA FX. I'm on Instagram. I also have an artist page on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's Professor FX, underscore FX, PROFESA underscore FX. And that's pretty much it for now, until I develop some more avenues, which, you know, Ronald's gonna help me get in tune with.
Bars. Listen, y'all. Listen, I know I lost a light, but this was epic tonight. Listen, if you felt value tonight, can you do me a favor? Just smash the like button. You know, leave a comment. Let us know exactly how you felt. Even if you're on a replay, let us know. It's my first time today. I feel special. This is my first time on this platform, Manifested Thoughts. Y'all might find us on It's Life Podcast or It's All You TV. But tonight was the first night that I did this with you. And I was happy to be able to do this tonight live. You know?
I appreciate it. Thank you for
man,
having
so
me.
I want to say I appreciate you for even coming here, you know, allowing for this to be what it is, you know, and I know it's going to grow, and I bid you much success, because I'm going to tell you something. There's going to be more to come, you know. We got a lot, and I feel like
so.
I feel a team coming at the same time too.
Yeah.
So y'all look out for some stuff. Stuff is going to happen this year, you know,
right.
and it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be lit. Yo, bro, appreciate you, man. You my brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming all this way just to chill with your
Likewise.
boy. You know, look out for him, y'all. Go to his page at the same time. It's gonna be lit. There's gonna be some things that he's doing this year. You know, shout out to his people. Shout out to all of his fans. Shout out to all of his followers. You know what I'm saying? Look, continue to follow him and continue to support him, because big things are coming not only in 2022, but 2023. By the way, I might as well just say Happy New Year, because this year is over. Just about.
Seriously,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, right?
It's seriously over. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? Yo, look, until then, y'all, I'll see y'all next week, or next month, or next day. I don't know. The next hour. You just never ever know. I don't like to put a time on anything, 'cause sometimes you feel like you fail. But until next time, peace.